Internet morality, why? The internet. A vast, chaotic cosmos where pixels dance like drunken stars and every click echoes through the ether of human connection. But what, pray tell, is internet morality? And who died and made me the cosmic arbiter of it all? Well, in this gloriously undemocratic digital realm, I crown myself. Why? Because chaos reigns supreme without a guide, and someone's got to play the reluctant shepherd. My entire professional existence has been woven into the web's fabric, and let's be honest, as a millennial, so has a chunk of my personal life. Though we'll unpack that existential baggage shortly. I cut my teeth on the net with those free AOL hours and a modem that screamed at 14.4 kilobits per second, like a banshee in dial-up purgatory. I hoarded those junk mail CDs like digital treasures, juggling a dozen usernames through my angsty teens. Eventually, I sweet-talked my parents into a proper connection and that blistering 28.8 kilobit per second speed, claiming it was essential for high school glory. I graduated with honors, so maybe I was onto something. Or perhaps the education system was just that absurdly forgiving. When I crashed into the professional world in the early 2000s, I knew the internet was the future's wild frontier. But management? They were fossils, 10, 15, even 40 years my senior, who dismissed it as a passing fad. They hadn't grown up with it, didn't use it for squat, and if they glimpsed its potential, they sure as hell didn't grasp the alchemy behind it. I became the office schmuck, the go-to guy for fixing computers. No fancy degrees or certifications, just an intuitive grasp, like knowing a drinking fountain spits water when you push the button. Are you a plumber? Nah, computers aren't sorcery, they're predictable beasts, all code and circuits. When they glitch, it's just misplaced letters or loose bolts. The internet? Definitely not divine intervention. Besides channeling my inner Nick Burns from SNL, your company's computer guy for the uninitiated, my gigs at Sony Music and Major League Baseball, both in marketing, had hefty online vibes. If I wasn't hunting new biz on the web, I was optimizing our digital ops. And as the captain of Surfstar Media, my new media outfit with over a decade of building sites, boosting SEO, and wrangling soul-crushing social campaigns, not the fun headbanging kind, I've gleaned some profound truths. I get the net's essence, its mechanics, its societal warp. And that's why I'm hollering for a digital Moses to lead the pixelated masses. The internet's quirky charm, much like music, lies in its intangibility, ethereal, yet undeniably real. But here's the twist. Not everyone's jamming on guitars. The digital bar is hilariously low. Music's passive for most. We vibe and move on. But the internet? It's life, baby. A virtual mirror of your soul. And most folks don't grok what that truly means. Key to internet morality. Except that, like reality, it's unfair as hell. Once the Wild West, a pixel prairie for bold homesteaders, it's morphed into something like Siberian Russia. Vast, resource-rich, brimming with opportunity, but with strings attached. Rules exist, sparse but ironclad, to dodge digital gulags. Corruption thrives, cash buys anything. And while parts feel remote and shadowy, nothing's truly private. It all belongs to the collective, or worse, governments who will snatch or weaponize it on a whim. For you, the casual scroller, the snarky Facebook warrior or Pinterest maven, mostly irrelevant, but grandma and everyone else needs this epiphany. Your online antics are judged by the digital gods. Best to curry their favor. It's not about tinfoil hat paranoia over tracking, though that's real, but realizing your digital persona is you, full stop. Online actions ripple into meatspace with tangible force. Flashback to our caveman forebears. As consciousness dawned, personal identity bloomed, then community awareness hit. Boom, religion emerged. A proto-government, scripting social harmony to minimize chaos. Shared rules leveled the field, birthing villages, cities, empires. Well, buckle up, digital pilgrims. The prophets are here. We've evolved from cave-dwelling net noobs, clashing in the open sun, clans formed, live journal tribes, Friendster flocks, MySpace mayhem. But the faithful ditched those glittery, hack-prone pagan profiles for Zuckerberg's promised land, Facebook. United under one banner, it stood strong against Google atheists and Twitter's hyperactive thumb scrollers. And don't get me started on the Russell Brand types, globe-trotting digital nomads, cross-posting the same drivel everywhere, smugly claiming universal enlightenment. This internet morality series kicks off the chat on digital do's and don'ts. Commandments? Maybe. Guidelines for a saner online existence? Absolutely. We'll all level up from it. In upcoming Cosmic Dispatches, we'll dive into narcissism's black hole, piracy's pirate bays, snuff vids and porn's underbelly, slacktivism, social rhythms, the dark web's abyss, troll psychology, gaming the algo gods, ad slinging and self-promo ethics, plus how global cultures warp the web differently. No mountaintop revelations, no parted seas, no crucifixions, but guidance? We crave it. Nothing's more perilous than blind faith in the ignorant void.
Reflections from the Future, 2025 update.
Oh, how the digital cosmos has spiraled since I penned this back in the aughts. We've hurtled from Facebook's walled garden into a multiverse of TikTok dopamine hits, Instagram illusions, and AI overlords churning content like existential butter. Privacy? A quaint myth, shredded by data brokers and surveillance states. Misinformation spreads like cosmic dust, fueling echo chambers that make those old MySpace feuds look like playground spats. Yet, amid the absurdity, nuggets of wisdom gleam. The internet's still our mirror, reflecting humanity's messiest bits. We've seen it amplify revolutions and rot democracies, connect souls across voids while isolating us in algorithm bubbles. My call for morality? More urgent than ever. In this AI alchemy era, where bots philosophize and deepfakes deceive, let's wield our digital selves with wit, wisdom, and a dash of sarcasm, lest we Rick and Morty our way into oblivion. What's your take? Has the net enlightened or ensnared you? Drop a comment. Let's philosophize over on Discord.